This is Dr. David Allen coming to you on the television program, People Helping People. Tonight we're talking about our crime problem. We're so delighted to hear the results put out by our police force that the murder rate was down this year, below 100, the first time I think in about 9 years. We're very encouraged about that, but we're worried about the sexual assaults and armed robberies. The point is that, yes, we must congratulate our officers, but as a country, too, we realize we have to work with them to make sure we really reduce our crime rate. Because it's a no-brainer that with high crime rates, you destroy your tourist industry, you destroy the economic base of the country, your citizens remain unsafe. And the perception of the fear of crime is such a powerful thing. With me is Dr. Eric Fox. I must congratulate Eric.
Thank you.
He and I have been in the fight for a long time, and he's been faithful, running Teen Challenge, helping me in many programs. He just conducted the Andre Chappelle breakfast around Christmas time. But Eric has been a faithful warrior, and you know, fellow Bahamians, when this story is really written, it's not only the police, but the people like Eric and others who have put their life on the line to deal with some of the challenges in our country. Then we have his young son, Goshon. Goshon is a very bright young man. I've been impressed with him. He's very balanced, he's very focused, and he's ready to follow in his father's footsteps. In fact, he's creating his own kind of development. So the three of us, we're going to talk about our crime problem as we see it today. Eric, starting with you, Dr. Fox. Where do you see the situation in our country today as far as crime?
Well, Dr. Allen, my view has always been this. This stuff is learned stuff. People.
Sorry, crime is learned behavior?
It's a learned behavior. Violence is a learned behavior. People, young men that get themselves involved in these type of activities are young men who are following other young men. These things doesn't just happen. They are placed in circumstances, maybe the home, lack of a father figure, no focus to really get education, then they become targets for persons who don't really have their best interests at hand. And so
now, who are those persons who are targeting our young people?
Well, there's persons in the community who just basically have been doing this stuff for a long time, though. They've been involved in these.
You mean they look around for young people to see who is vulnerable?
They don't look for them. It's more like the young people are drawn to these type of activities.
And why would a young person be drawn to them?
Because lack of incentive. If you don't have no one in your family encouraging you, mainly the father figure, if you don't have people encouraging you and motivating you and telling you, you can do better in school and this way you could go, or even taking them and exposing them to some of the possibilities, then the only thing they could see is what's right in the front of them. And left alone, they become elements and drawn to this type of activities.
So you're saying in our country what has happened in the past few years, these vulnerable young men, lacking father figures, lacking a truly healing family environment, are drawn to these people who try to give them a better life by promising them things, but in fact, it gives them a more dangerous life,
yes, sir.
And sometimes they lose their own life.
So the problem needs to be worked from the inside out. It's like a conveyor belt that these young men, see, first of all, even I'm not putting down the educational system. Honorable Jeff Lloyd I think he's doing a tremendous job, but we need to understand that boys learn different from girls.
Dr. Eric Fox, you said just now that boys learn different from girls. What do you mean by that?
Well, girls can sit down and just comprehend by someone just speaking to them or putting something on the blackboard, where the boys are a little easily distracted from those type of stuff because it does not excite them. They don't put off that excitement for them. Now you take them and put them in a different environment where they're doing something with their hand, where they can do something that they actually can see and feel what they're doing, like building something or fixing something or putting something together. It stimulates them more, so they are more excited, they are more prone to want to go more in that area. It motivates them, and they are less distracted when you put them to do those kind of stuff. That's why you see the system needs to, I mean, I'm not knocking women, but there's a lot of women in the schools too. So first you have these young boys in the single parent home where mommy is a lot of drama. Kids are screaming, they're shouting, and then put down and and then he goes to school and here it is, he got another woman over him.
Hey, but Eric, I mean, women are great teachers, man. I was taught by women.
No,
and,
I'm not knocking that. We need to look at.
But what are you saying?
We need to look at the big scale and see where a lot of these young men are staring themselves. This is my belief. I believe if they can do some evaluation real quick on these young men, probably when they're in like the 6th or 7th grade, and find out where their skill lies. Not everybody got to be a doctor or lawyer or to be a book smart. If they can detect that early, they can just steer them in the area where they need to go and give them the necessary education that they need to get a skill. And then we need to show them that having a skill, being a plumber, being an electrician, being a mason, being a carpenter, you have the same clout as someone who wear a necktie as a lawyer, doctor, or someone. It's the same thing because they need these services, right?
So, Eric, you're saying our crime problem is due to our lack of education?
Lack of what? Yeah, lack of education, but what kind of education? Don't get me wrong. Lack of education, but what kind of education? I think I think we should build a big living trade school, maybe on one of the islands, and do an evaluation of these young men at early stage, and then if they're being distracted in the normal stream of things, right? But you could evaluate them and they have some other skills and you could push them in the area and send them to school away from their home environment where there's problems. Put them in a all boys or woman board, nice environment, decent people who are not going to abuse them and put them down and you give them 4 years of that and watch and see. And they come out there with a skill.
Well, Eric, you're a single parent.
Yeah.
You have how many boys?
I have 3 boys and an adopted boy too.
And you brought them up by yourself.
Partially.
And how come they weren't attracted to gangs or the influence of other people who would make them do bad stuff? Let me ask Goshon. Goshon is Eric's son. Yeah. Goshon, your father's posited just now that our crime problem is because the breakdown of the family, absent fathers, and young boys who are vulnerable are being attracted to gangs by other people, and as a result of that, they have to do things they don't want to do. You came up with a father and a single parent family. How come you weren't attracted to gangs?
Well, first of all, I feel as if a father plays a vital role in young guys' life. For example, my father, see him run his program and him being involved in these kind of activities.
I mean, Teen Challenge.
Teen Challenge and Urban Renewal and Temperament. To see him actually run these programs, to see the outcome of young guys being involved in these things, it's like watching a movie for us. You don't want to get involved in something that you're hoping it goes a certain way, but you actually see the whole play out, the whole outcome of something like that. So it's like, hey, if I go down that same route, the same thing's gonna happen to me. And at the end of the day, while we was in school, my brothers and I, our father would always tell us, hey, I don't want you, I'm not going to beat you in the head to get the best grades or do the best. Or mind you, that's good, but he's not focusing on that. He said, I want you to do the best in school. But when you come out of school, that would really matter because at the end of the day, it's not really how good you do in school, it's how good you do when you come out of school, because when you're in school, you're only in school for the first 12 years of your life. After school, you have the rest of your life to play out and how to live out. So at the end of the day, my father still pushed us in different areas where we wanted to be and what we wanted to do, and I feel as if we're pretty successful in that so far.
Oh, Goshon, did you feel tempted to join a gang?
I had no interest in joining gangs or being involved in those activities, not even a little bit.
Because of your father's harsh stance. He said, don't mess with that.
That and
No, that's how Eric talks, right?
Yes,
I've known Eric for a long time, you know.
Right.
I met him in the drug war when I was head of the National Drug Task Force. He ran me from Oak Hill with a knife. He said, never saw my white pads move so fast in the dark. But he didn't know when I was running from him with his knife, I was praying for him. Mm-hmm. So the God delivered him and Andre Chappelle and William Lund. Mm-hmm. And now they all work with me. Andre's gone to heaven, but Eric is still here. But this is he's a good man.
Right.
And he's a good father.
Right.
So I know him enough to know that maybe he told you, don't mess with that, and you believed him.
Yes, I did.
So Eric, you're saying you don't have a father to tell you, don't mess with that, you can get in a lot of trouble.
I'm not saying you have to have a father.
No, but that's what worked for him.
That's what worked for him.
You told him, you showed him that life.
Yeah.
And you told him, don't mess with that.
You see, saying don't mess with something ain't enough, you know.
So what else did you show him?
I sit down in Goshon is an international captain, just came back from school in Australia. I found out what it is you want to do, where you want to go, and I will make my necessary sacrifices for you to accomplish what you want to accomplish. I lay down my life for that. It doesn't matter if I got to eat bread and drink water.
But how did you know all that, man? Because I met you on the street.
But I guess it's the Lord, because I mean, I never had a father taught me these things, but I just knew. I mean, it had to be the people like Dr. Gary Curry and Rick Dean and Mark Goodman and Vaughn Cash and even yourself, all these men who were a part of my life, they made one person, I guess, that represent father to me.
Because when I look back at your life, when I knew you on Oak Hill, in the drug task force, you would be a powerful gang leader. How come you weren't seduced?
Well, really wasn't.
Wait now, to be a gang leader, I supposed to be a Christian leader.
Well, really
what
wasn't
made you go
there wasn't no bunch of gangs
way?
back then, and I wasn't interested in having no bunch of
Yeah,
people
but that
following
night
me,
in Oak Hill, man, there was a group of guys around there.
Yeah, there was a group of guys, but
I thought I was a gang.
Yeah, but boss, I wasn't interested in that. I was interested in being around no bunch, following no bunch, liking man. I think I ain't time for that. When I move alone. Right? I moved alone when I moved. And
So that night in Oak Hill, you weren't by yourself, man. There's a group of guys there.
Yeah, but I run you by myself.
You run me by myself.
Yeah,
Why'd you run me, man?
So if I didn't catch you, it would have been me and you.
Why did you run me?
Huh?
Why'd you run me?
Boy, dog, I was hot. When I trans, you look like someone, you had on a nice watch, Rolex, say. You had on a nice watch.
It's Timex, man.
Whatever you had on, I got to sell.
So that's interesting. So at that time, that was about 84, 85, 86, the gangs weren't formed.
No, man, they just loners, man. Just people that's on drugs trying to make it happen, man.
Okay. So this is a new phenomenon, the gang thing.
Well, see, when you have a gang and you have these guys have been trained, you know, this stuff ain't just come from here, you know, this stuff been passed on. They would like to get more people, they get more force, they get control more.
Yeah, I think it's more. I think it's more organized too.
It's more organized.
Yeah.
When did that happen, Eric?
You talking about
when the gang organization took place in the Bahamas? Because you're telling me in '86, when you were hanging out by yourself, you were for you.
It really started to spark itself a lot around 2000.
Why?
Because they realized in order for you to like control a market, or it's all this about money, no dog. This about money and dope, you know.
Wait, what? The gangs are about money?
What you think them niggas dog? You think it's all about this gang banging, running around the place doing war and fighting and kill one another for nothing?
Money.
It's about money.
Everything guys selling dope, crimes getting committed. It's all about money.
It's about money. The power and control and all that stuff.
You're saying the gang war is economic?
Yes.
Long time.
It's been that way.
It's been that way.
Mind you, they don't really want to do these things, but they're forced to do these things because it's fast money, it's quick money, and it's easy money.
Dog.
How come the money didn't tempt you?
Well, I wasn't really interested in that kind of life.
Why? I want to see. Our problem is this. We have young men who are vulnerable.
Right.
And we have young men who are in the midst of vulnerability saying no.
Yeah, but dog.
I want to know what makes a young man like you, Goshon, with a nice-looking guy who could be a leader whose father is powerful. What made you say no to gang life?
Mind you, even though the money is a lot of money and it's fast money.
It's a lot of money?
Yes. It's easy money and it's fast money. It comes with a lot of disadvantages. First of all, you can't be going any kind of place because guys looking for you, police looking for you. You live in a kind of lifestyle. People looking, other guys who involved in these other things, you beefing with guys, they're looking to rob you. You can't live a certain kind of way.
But you enjoy wearing the gold, drinking your Hennessy, and driving a smooth, cool car.
Well, honestly, I guess is yes and no, because the real gangsters don't really do those kind of things when they try to stay out the limelight.
Wait, see, I'm ignorant. Educate me. You say the who, the what?
The real gangsters.
Who are the real gangsters?
Honestly, if you look around, you see a lot of guys portraying or trying to be gangsters.
See, dog, that's what they feed on. A lot of these little guys who run the place, they're looking for fame. They're looking for glory. They're looking for reputation.
Popularity.
They're looking for popularity. They ain't thinking behind the scene. behind the scene, the people behind the scene, they ain't want with all that, they want with money. You even ain't gonna see them. Exactly. They ain't interested in driving on no ride car, flossing no Rolex and drinking. They behind the scene, ain't nobody can see them because you ain't gonna kill them.
So the guys getting killed and doing the crime,
they puppets.
they're the foot soldiers.
Puppets.
They're the foot soldiers.
They puppets.
That's sad.
They feed. See, dog, what they trying to
But
get?
that's sad.
Dog, it is sad. What they trying to reach?
So a mother's child is getting killed for nothing?
But dog, what they trying to
Basically,
reach for
yeah.
is what they're not getting, dog. They're looking for someone to big them up and make them feel like they're somebody because they lack that. They lack that. But if you getting that, then you
What's
ain't gonna
mean somebody can get killed, man?
But they ain't thinking about that, dog.
They don't think it's gonna happen to them. They want to see. Don't think that.
Dog. And the problem is not that hard to solve, you know.
Eric, please. You know, we've been at this a long time.
Yeah, but it ain't that hard to solve, dog.
What are we not doing?
Okay. Check this out.
Police are working really hard.
Yeah, police. See, police, you understand that the police can't prevent crime, you know.
Police what?
They can't prevent crime. They can try by driving up and down and spotting their lights and stuff. So someone think about doing something, they can change their mind. But what I'm trying to say, if someone really make up their mind they want to go do something, the police can respond after the fact.
Very important point.
Huh?
You said the
If
police...
someone go shoot someone, how they gonna know? How they gonna know someone gonna shoot somebody?
So you can't blame police for crime.
You can't blame police for crime.
Okay. We're going to take a break and be right back.